rejoin our friend and semi-hero Roger Wilco as he rockets back toward his home planet Xenon, which he hasn't seen since Space Quest 2. Having successfully rescued those two ingrates from Andromeda, he decides a pit stop on Magmetheus is in order. During the descent to this cosmic canteen, he is unaware of the interest that has been generated regarding his fate.
We have confirmation of his position, Master.
Off to Magmetheus with you, then. It is time for Wilco to meet the fate which I have crafted for him.
As our story begins, we find the aluminum mallard parked outside a seedy spaceport bar. We join Roger as he relates one of his greatly exaggerated tales of adventure. The aliens are only too happy to listen, as long as Roger is by.
See, there was this deadly root monster, a ferocious swamp creature, and a Labion terror beast to contend with. Then I had to outsmart another of Vohal's gorillas and steal the shell.
Are you Roger Wilco?
Yeah.
Please come with me.
Hello, Roger Wilco. Surprised to see an old friend? You have no idea how special this moment is for me. This is no chance encounter, I can assure you. I have this one loose end to tie up before I begin my reign as the supreme being of all that exists. I do not like to lose. You are a blemish on what would otherwise be a perfect record of domination, terror, and invincibility. Besides, I'm still a bit miffed about that asteroid deal in Space Quest 2. Anyway, to relieve the pain of my humiliation and to prevent you from being a pain in my future, you must die. It's been nice seeing you one last time. Then, do the dirty deed.
You go left and split them up. Mr. Wilco, follow me and do exactly as I say. Let's move!
Hey, I want to know what the...
Listen, I can't explain it all to you now. They've got a beat on our coordinates. We've got to move fast. We gotta do this fast. Shield your eyes! Jump into the time rip! Do it now! You've got to! If I take the time to explain, we're both parking lot pizza. You'll understand soon.
Now where am I? You wonder aloud to non-existent auditory organs. This place sure looks homey. Hey, wait! This looks just like Xenon. It is Xenon! It's really a pile. Along with the changes induced by an armed conflict, the city looks different, more modern, with a heavy dash of post-disaster seasoning. Casually glancing at the status line, you happen to notice that you're in Space Quest 12. What's happened? Who was that guy with the overdeveloped hairdryer? Why did you let yourself be talked into jumping into some strange shimmering hole? Why are you talking to yourself? These incredibly intriguing questions will quickly be forgotten, with barely an electron stirred in that well-armored orb atop your shoulders.
Alright, here we go. We are playing Space Quest 4, not Space Quest 12, like the title bar suggests. Playing Space Quest 4, Roger Wilco and the Time Rippers. We need to save before we start off here. Get all of our settings right. We want it to be... So this is going to be just a casual playthrough. This is not a max point run. It is not a speed run. It is just us playing for fun. I've had a hankering to play this one for a while. And we are going to let the narrator narrate. It is...
After taking a quick look around to reassure yourself that the place is as dead as it looks, you snitch the Pocket Pal laptop.
We're going to let the narrator do his narrator
Quick
thing.
inspection reveals nothing of interest other than a glove box. A sidewalk anyone would be proud to own.
Can I get a description of the
A quick
speeder?
inspection reveals nothing of interest other than a glove box.
So I'm not going to try to talk over the narrator. He is a big part of this, my enjoyment of this game.
The structural warpage and the enormous gaping hole indicate a violent end for this corroding battle machine. Surprisingly, no one has taken this small, innocuous-looking piece of unstable ordnance. Okay, you now have the unstable ordnance. Remember, it was your idea. Good luck.
So do we get... Do we lose our points when we put it back?
Carefully placing the unstable ordnance back inside the tank, you decide some things are better left alone.
So you get 25 points for picking it up and 25 points for putting it... Oh, geez, run. Couple of... Or there's a random enemy or two here. I think you might get points if you hide from the robot back here. Right there. This goes with the same logic as the other games where if you can't see... Some of the ones, if you can't see Roger on the screen, he's hidden from the enemies. I don't know if you get points for evading the patrolling robot or not. I don't know. We're not going for points anyway. We just want to look at some of the screens too. Also, I should get the flavor text though. Gotta remember we're making content here.
A featureless, dirty white structure fills space to the east. The rubble is rough and jagged. Your species wasn't designed to traverse this kind of terrain.
I think the best part of this game is the narrator. He's just... They couldn't have picked a better narrator. With the way his line reads are the best.
You take the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope.
Oh my god, really? Nope. Hey.
Don't you feel dumb standing out in plain sight while trying to trick something into your snare?
Down here.
Nothing
Oh no. Well, we do get points for evading him. It's nice to play this little Volhall theme. So I think we gotta stand behind a... There we go. He's gonna kill us, isn't he?
Timing.
Oh, I can't do anything. He's...
That was without a doubt one of the finest examples of bunny snatching I've ever seen. The stress placed on the rope during the bunny snatching was too much. You cast the useless fibers aside.
Wait for the patrolling guy to wander off here. I think we're good to go into the sewers here. Alright, so down in the sewers, we need our exposition man.
Ah, a button. Perhaps I'll give it a press.
I'm also a natural-born button pusher, Roger.
Data entry 22795. This message is to whomever may be so fortunate as to find it. I am Professor Lloyd, lead designer of the Xenon supercomputer project, the ultimate in artificial intelligence. The computer was designed to enhance our lives, but instead ended up being the ruin of us all. We made the mistake of tying it into the most important facets of our existence here on Xenon, including our weather control and defense systems. It seemed like a sound idea at the time, and all proceeded well for about 3 years. It was around then that a deep space salvage operation recovered what appeared to be some sort of antiquated data storage unit contained in a flimsy cardboard box on which the words Leisure Suit Larry were imprinted. On its back was the picture of a not particularly wholesome gentleman, but that's another story. My counterparts exhibited shameful behavior as they tore open the box to get at its contents. I could not understand the commotion it generated. The data was uploaded into the supercomputer for analysis. As a result, a crippling virus spread through the machine like a bad social disease. All control of the computer was lost. All screens went blank. Then these words were displayed by the monitors and uttered by the vocal outputs. Wilco must pay. From that day forth, the possessed computer waged war on the inhabitants of Xenon, using our own weapons against us. Some managed to escape to other planets. Those of us who remained stayed to fight the machines and robots under its control. It was a bloody war. Those of us that were not killed were taken captive and modified. These cyborgs infiltrated the loyal ranks of resistance, rooting out almost all of our hiding places and exposing us to the mechanical menace. Some of these poor souls still wander the streets. As of this recording, we are down to only a handful of rebels. My health is deteriorating rapidly. To make matters worse, I've just learned that the computer has unraveled the mysteries of time travel. I've sent my 2 best men to attempt to steal this new technology. If you are not a machine, then perhaps they were successful. Please realize, you are Xenon's last hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Yeah, so once again, kind of the same storyline's getting recycled, but it's such a fantastic game. I don't
You
even
take
care.
the jar into custody.
Into custody, huh? So it's the formation of Skynet. It's just just another of them borrowing from all right. So yeah. So quick byline of the story is they found Volhall on a Leisure Suit Larry disc floating in space. They plugged it into their computer because that's what you do when you find any sort of data storage, right? You immediately plug that into your computer. All right. So, must be a bunch of of the older generation running the supercomputer. Yeah. I'll go ahead and open this email link or plug in this USB that I found. So, and once again, it's up to us as a lowly janitor who hasn't even made it home yet. If you think of these games from Roger's point of view, they happen pretty quick. Like, from Space Quest 1 to 4, 1 happens. You have the Sarian thing. He goes home for some time. Then Space Quest 2 happens. Space Quest 2 and 3 happen from Roger's point of view back to back. He gets in the escape pod, gets frozen. Then wakes up in 3. All the events of 3 happen. That ends, and then we start 4. So it's like this whirlwind of events here for our main boy Roger here. All right. So into the sewers we go.
Oh no! The door has shut, and there's no way back. What are you going to do now? The pipes running along the sides of this conduit are coated in inert slime. This hatch, locked from the other side, was your portal to this area.
All right. Oh, it didn't show. Okay. So we're walking around these sewers that we're waiting for. There it is.
Rocket fuel in my veins, no time to rest. Space Quest Roger Wilco put me to the test. Syrian encounter lasers at my chest. Running from Vohall, can't catch my breath. Pirates of Pestilon in my ship. Time Rippers got my future in the grip. Next mutation got me on a wild trip. Spinal frontier taking me to the tip. Space Quest, hustling through the stars. Galactic battles drive through solar stars. Laughing in the face of cosmic wars. Space Quest driving in my space cars. Aliens on deck, they telling me lies. Smuggling stardust under cosmic skies. Navigating wormholes, pushing up flies.
Nothing happened. Okay. You scoop up the slimy secretion. Better get away now before it scoops you up. You can't... A blob of slime has gained an attraction for you. Is the green, viscous, congealed wad of vile helper bent on your destruction? Or is it just a friendly puddle of scum looking for a new friend? Dare you find out?
Yeah, it's a bit wonky to get that, but we'll continue on here. these close-up scenes were all over on their promotional art and their like on the packaging for the box. You gotta admit though, this era of game looks fantastic, I think. Alright, let's go, Roger. Let's hope we don't have a... So Scum VM should fix the timer bugs. Oh, no, I can't. I keep forgetting just to get the flavor text.
This seems to be a relatively spacious landing gear compartment. Wonder how cramped it gets in there when the gear is stowed.
So, kind of Death Star-like there, coming into the very similar cinematography there. All right, so ironically enough, we could just win the game if you had the information. You just go to the right, but there's a guy standing there, so we won't do that.
I've just completed a scan of the Labion sector of Space Quest 2. No sign of presence at this time.
You don't want to stick or stay there and wait. All right, so we need to know this code here. So the first one always fails, so you can type in whatever. Can I get some flavor text, though?
You look out at the city you were born in decades ago. You're sure glad you weren't there when this devastation happened. You might have gotten hurt. On the bright side, you won't have to pay those delinquent traffic tickets.
Roger Cook does kind of seem like the guy that would have outstanding parking tickets or, you know. All right, so let's get the... So this is programmed to fail the first one.
Drives Rev to life.
And then the second time,
Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers.
The second code you do works, so...
Reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, nothing much happens. That must not have been a valid code. Try again.
So the second code will work. So we can go... I think if you go across this first row, you end up with a different... You end up in a different location.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally...
So now if you notice that we are in a different Space Quest, I like how they just use this as movie sequels to designate the passage of time. It's a good one. It's very meta. Before that was even like a thing.
Peering through the port, you see an unusual land. Its wind-carved pinnacles and buttes bring back memories of the planet Corona, where this whole adventure mess started.
Oh, so he didn't have any adventures before Space Quest 1. Because we don't even know how old Roger is. He does seem relatively young.
It's you, Roger Wilco, Space Guy. You've seen a lot of plateaus and sloping hills before, but this one's a butte. The entire horizon undulates in enticing peaks, curves, and crevices, for which Estros is famous.
So, yeah, this is a plan where it's at the latex beds of Phobos. Game which I have not played.
You see a stairway of wind-eroded rock winding its way down to the water below.
In case you hear that, I've got a cat, so he's being very pushy. He wants his pets this morning. So we got to do something to elicit the response from the critter here. Oh. Yep.
You get the feeling you're not alone here.
Thanks, Gary Owen. We know. I forget where the trigger is. I swear it's somewhere. There it is.
Whoa! What was that?
Gotta find those trigger points. Like, I know this game really well. This is like the opposite of a blind playthrough. I mean, yeah, I've played probably one more.
Your hair is the last thing on your mind right now, even though it's on top of your head. Wow, what an incredible view! You look pretty pathetic hanging under the pterodactyl. You don't need to look at that. You see a huge nest in the distance below you.
I'm gonna see if I can get to the Easter egg here when we get to the nest.
Hey, those Talon things hurt. You didn't much care for the landing either. You frisk the skewered sequel policeman and turn up a paper-wrapped wad of used chewing gum.
Kind of weird the sequel police would hold on to their trash like that. Maybe they're just civilly conscious. Not so much for working for some tyrannical overlord, but, you know. So, we're going to sit here and wait. We're going to wait for a King Graham appearance here. Hey, come on, cat. So, yeah, it's got, they're using plot lines from, like, Terminator, and there's some of the other time travel movies. Oh, it's definitely Back to the Future in here. Oh, like later versions, you actually see the Enterprise, and the aluminum mallet from the previous game was definitely a take on the Millennium Falcon. But I think one of the guys left for this game. He he went to go do something else or whatever, but and then one of them did this game and the other one did the next game or something. Something happened with the two guys from Andromeda. But this one is just it's peak. There's one part I don't particularly care for, but or one aspect. It happens here in a little bit, but otherwise this is like top tier game, you know. The puzzles aren't that hard, but then again, definitely not going through this fresh, you know. Where? Oh, where? So if you've played King's Quest V, it's very similar. Like Graham gets picked up by a giant condor of sorts, and he ends up in a nest. And it's very similar to this, where you have to wait for an item, or you have to get the item that's in the nest. You can't get back to it, so if you miss it, you're just out. This one you technically don't need. So on this, it's just it's part of a code for the time ship. So we don't need to pick this up. Other than getting past some trigger points, which they do change the trigger points around in this game a bit. Depends on which version you have. I'm playing the Windows version with that way I get all the talking parts.
The huge nest is constructed of sticks and assorted being parts gathered from this bleak planet. It is then cemented in place by a generous helping of pterodactyl saliva. The huge nest is constructed... My. Rather than the sequel policeman penetrating the inner sanctum of the nest, the reverse obviously occurred.
They kind of remind me of the Thought Police in 1984. Kind of how I imagine the Thought Police would be perceived, but, you know. Come on. I'm waiting all this time. I don't know if I'll speed this up or what, but... I might as well get the battery. So, look at our items. Good. Oh, there he is. It's King Graham.
It looks as though another unfortunate adventurer is suffering a similar fate. Hey, keep your head. Don't...
Okay, now we're... There we go. Definitely some box art coming up here.
You've got a lot of nerve coming back here, Roger Wilco. After leaving me the way you did, you male scum. This is the last woman you'll ever dump on. Right, girls?
Right.
Said you couldn't be tied down.
I said that?
You said you had to be free to roam the galaxy.
Was that me?
You'll be sorrier than you look. We'll see to that.
Yeah.
Into the sub, fly boy.
Poor Roger, or Lucky Roger, whichever way you look at it.
This one looks committed to finding out just how good you'd look on a spit. Her spear gun is pointed in a direction that eliminates any need for second thought. She looks like she might be familiar to you someday. However, the gun in her hand looks like it could limit the chance of any lasting relationship in the future. Or the past.
So now upcoming is one of the best
Say,
lines
there's an odd-looking specimen.
in any
This,
adventure
you hope
game.
these women soon realize that they must have the wrong guy.
This guy wouldn't run away from an attractive lady. Here it is.
You're not sure what it is, but you bet it would look cool spewing through the propellers.
This is Zandra. We are approaching
Best
checkpoint
line in the
6.
whole game.
Prepare to open the tunnel door.
Roger's like he's definitely like a
The door.
14-year-old the way he acts and thinks. Which is I can relate to Roger on that level, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what the latex babes do, but they have quite the killer evil villain layer here. Even though only for villain for like 2 minutes, but still.
Sit down.
Comfy, Mr. Wilco?
Hey, what are you doing? Let me go, witch.
Shut up. Your whimpering sickens me. I'll teach you not to run out on me. Thorine is quite knowledgeable in the ways of torture. I'll let the two of you get acquainted. Thorine, do your stuff.
With pleasure, Zandra. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Epirip 357, the most powerful hand-hair remover in the universe, and it's capable of shaving your legs clean off. I've always wanted to see a man shave with one of these, but I guess you'll do. Now you'll know the meaning of the word pain. It's a seed slug! Run, girls!
Keep your hand. Desperately, you try to push the. Desperately, you.
This is one of those ones that you don't really have a whole lot of. It kind of telegraphs the solution pretty quick.
Our hero!
I think most people get that puzzle right away. See, this is my big problem with. This is my only problem with the game. They go from "I'm going to torture you to death" to super friendly.
Thank you for ridding our fortress of that slimy, awful sea slug. I know I can't blame you for backing out at the last minute. I guess I was a little overbearing. Sorry. Can we still be good friends?
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's talk about this.
No, Roger. You were right. You don't need to spare my feelings. It just wasn't meant to be. It's better this way. Well, girls, I feel like celebrating. Let's go shopping!
Meanwhile, back in Space Quest 12.
So the guy from the beginning here, talking to.
What have we here?
This is the rebel scum we captured in the Space Quest 4 time sector. He had just aided Wilco in escaping. The readout on his time gun indicates that Wilco was successfully transported into this time sector as you feared.
That is no longer a concern. Wilco will surrender to us once he has learned we have captured his son. Then he will be destroyed once and for all.
Yep, now we're getting kind of the biggest section of this game. Is the mall section. Which I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of deaths here. Okay, that noise is really annoying.
ATM card. It's just another vital part of the Galaxy Galleria shopping mall.
So, I'm gonna get off the screen with that god-awful noise. It's kind of funny because they envision the future just still having malls and whatnot. And 20 years after this game came out, malls basically didn't exist anymore. I mean, we still have a local mall, but gotta. Kind of the alright.
Pardon me, sir. You appear to be in dire need of my services.
Oh, he couldn't be more French coded if he wanted. Or at least.
Let me know if there is anything I can get for you.
Oh, he's really loud.
I'm sorry, I lost my boots and the legs of my pants in a deadly fight with a giant sea slug, which I won in the nick of time with my clever thinking and my, cleverness.
Oh, you're so clever, Roger. Just a cunning linguist.
Well, all right. Let me get your measurements. We've got just the thing for the likes of you. I assume you will be wanting something in the generic Space Hero line? These will do for you. Try them on in the dressing room here if you wish.
You change your clothes, not forgetting the items in your pocket. You never know when you'll need them. You step out looking good as new.
That will be a 20 buckasoids, please.
$20 for a whole suit. That's crazy. Especially by today's prices.
So much for shopping with us, sir. Do come back soon.
See if there's any good flavor
The well-dressed
texture.
alien will want to be seen in this lovely ensemble, perfect for those nights out at the Solar Ballet. This suit is a replacement shell for some sort of exoskeletal wanderer. And hey, check out those boots. It looks like a slipcover for a snake.
A snake
This
slipcover,
looks
huh?
like a pressure suit for something with upper body appendages. This is your friendly sales clerk. He's automated and comes complete with a built-in attitude.
Alright, so that's actually a trigger you have to do in order for the... It triggers, I believe, the sequel policeman that's guarding the door at towards the end of the game. So you have to get your pants put back on. So... Alright, and now we have to go... We have to get... I'm trying to think what all the... And apparently, moving walkways are of the future too. So, I'll
Monolith Burger, the only fast food chain to survive the infamous food wars.
gotta be like the regular people at the airport. You gotta walk along there. Yeah, that's the theme song to Quest for Glory, I guess you'd call it. It was Hero's Quest at the time, or no, it was Quest for Glory at this time. If you wanna see a playthrough available, I'd say I'd put a link, but I know I'm gonna forget, so.
What's going on in there?
The two geeks from Andromeda are in there signing copies of their latest release.
So the guys that we're in Space Quest 10, so like in Space Quest 3, we rescue them and drop them off at Earth. So I don't know if we have to use so.
Wow, an Autobox teller machine! An Autobox teller machine card!
And
You obviously don't resemble a blonde woman. What a surprise.
so this is using facial recognition. We've done this in several games where you have to trick a facial recognition thing. And see a play on, I think, Hertz Rental there. We gotta go get a job. Then we go over to the one that looks like Deb's, I think. I'm trying to remember my 1990s mall stores, you know. All right. We need money so we can get more money.
Yeah?
Because I think we need $60 or 60 buckazoids. And we got, so we need 21.
It's the gruff, unpersonable manager of this particular Monolith Burger franchise. This is just one of over 2.5 million Monolith Burger franchises scattered around the known universes. This is just one of...
I'd like,
We're out of it. We're out of everything, including employees.
Whew! This dude smells like a pigsty. Maybe it would be unwise to order a bacon burger.
Would you like to apply for a job?
It actually happened to me when we went to go pick up a pizza. I was gonna go get ice cream, and I showed up there with one of my sons. We're standing in line, and the thing said, show up in 45 minutes or whatever. And we showed up, and there's a huge line. And we get up to the front, and we're like, yeah, our pizza should be ready. And the guy's like, we haven't even started it. And it's like, well, okay, well, we'll come back then. And the guy literally said to there's like 15 people standing there waiting for pizza. This is not like a sit down and eat. This is the only thing they do is takeout and delivery. And he he literally asked everybody in there if anybody wanted a job. And it's like, wow, tell me you're a bad employer. That is just wild. It's like he asked both me and my son and everybody else there, like if we wanted a job. And it's like, and then I was watching him actually throw out the pizzas, and I used to manage a pizzeria for a while. It's just like, you're doing this really slowly. It's like, it was just frustrating to watch. So we hopped in the car and we're like, yeah, we'll come back. We got ice cream in the car. So I was going to run the ice cream home and then come back, and they canceled my order. So it's like, way to go, fast food manager. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go refill my coffee, and then we're going to probably speed the next part up.
You would, huh? Well, this is the greatest opportunity you've ever had, kid. Benefits up the wazoo, and if you stick with me half an hour or so, I'll make you my assistant manager. Now, how would you like that?
Gee, thanks.
Warning, the following sequence contains explicit arcade action and is not recommended for die-hard adventure players, the arcade squeamish, or those with poor to non-existent motor skills.
This is so easy, a human could probably do it. Burger comes out of the oven. If you need to know how to run the assembly line, read the sign. Just click it with the mouse or press R.
Commander's got a space mop in his hand, scrubbing floors across this cosmic land. Roger Wilco's fighting off grime and goo. Truth and justice come in shades of blue. 16 colors paint the stars so bright. The GA dreamscape in the endless night. Sierra's universe where heroes never rest. Join the quest and hope for the best. Morgan's got a crafting tale so grand. Pixelated wonders in a galaxy unplanned. From 86 to 95 they spun. Epic stories about the stars and the sun. 16 colors paint the stars so bright. VGA dreamscape in the endless night. Sierra's universe where heroes never rest. Join the quest and hope for the best. Morgan's got a crafting tale so grand. Pixelated wonders in a galaxy unplanned. From 86
they mentioned if you look around, it talks to about speed. Even in the hint book, I believe it said to turn down the speed to get through this part. So I think we needed $26 actually, but we're going to go to the ATM after this anyway. So we don't need, I think we only need the 21 to get the dress, then to use the ATM, which should give us enough for the plug and the hint book. Which technically you don't need the hint book. I'm just going to, technically you don't have to do any of this because you don't need the pocket pal either. But there is an Easter eggs like in here. It's, I think the other reason that they put the smell and the taste buttons in. But we're going to go through and just play with those before we get ourselves fired. So, and that also you'll be able to hear the rather frantic pace that the music has taken once you get up to like to the maximum speed. I remember it being way more janky than this. Like I haven't had any rejects yet, and I'm up to $50. I think the frame rate was a lot lower on the older computers, and perhaps the mouses at the time had way less resolution, so it's a lot harder to like get it to where it was supposed to be. Or maybe it's just me being an uncoordinated kid. I don't know. But this is super easy. I just turned down the speed, which they literally tell you to do that in the hint book, so it's not an exploit if they tell you to do it. All right. So we're just going to go through and check out the Easter egg bits here. Starting with the taste one.
I'm lettuce. I taste like an old leaf. Okay?
I taste like crunchy toe jam sauteed in vinegar.
Some people think I taste oily. I don't think so. Do you?
Go ahead. Take a big lick, old Mr. Mustard. You'll be sorry.
I'm the best little condiment you ever tasted. You know I am, really. I'm not kidding, I am.
I am a permabun. While I have absolutely no taste, I do have a shelf life of 3 centuries.
Wow, it's lots of preservatives there.
Get your nose off me. What do I look like? A nostril mat?
Oh, God.
I'm the pickle. I smell like vinegar on a spring morning.
Don't bother. I'm really quite bland.
Pungent, eh?
Yeah, that's right. No smell. Better no smell than a bad one.
I smell like any other set of 299-year-old buns.
Smelling they last 300 years. This one is within a year of it expiring, huh? Typical way to run a food service. All right, so.
You'd better not. There is no.
Oh.
I'm lettuce. Real old lettuce. Lay me down on the booger. I like to go first.
Bite me, I'm the pickle.
There you go, get a first reject.
Hi, I'm mayonnaise. I'm cholesterol-laden and ready to clog an artery when given the chance.
That's not what it says.
I'm your mustard. Squeeze me.
Hello, I'm the ketchup. Did you know there's more sugar in me than in ice cream? It's a fact.
That is a fact.
I'm your permabuns. Nothing goes out of here unless it's in me.
That's really creepy. And now I suppose we're going to actually turn the speed back up to where it was beforehand, which then we'll see how fast it's actually going. So I think I was about here. So then we'll see how fast these burgers are actually moving. Well, that's not so bad. Now we just have to wait till we get fired. So this isn't the only one that has arcade sequence. It's like it's almost like a prerequisite for most of these games. They have to have like a little immersion breaking mini game. You got the the slot machine in 1. Astro Chicken in 3. This in 4. 5 has got Battleship. What do they really call it?
You're fired! My janitor could do a better job than you could.
Echo janitors are the... Oh, that's... So his cigar is on the little walking path right next to that guy, so we have to go get it. And then 6 has got Stooge Fighter. So they all seem to have, other than 2 doesn't really have a like arcade sequence. 3 also. 3's got Astro Chicken. It's got Nukem Dukem Robots, Rock'em Sock'em, whatever and then also the end sequence with the Skull Fighters.
It's just another. It's a cigar, but not much more than a butt. You retrieve the cigar.
So this might make me sound old, but I do remember a time when you could smoke inside malls. It's just. Like, it was about the time that this game came out.
But the crowd completely cleaned out my stock of Sierra software. The only thing that's left is boring home and business application software, along with a few inferior games. But feel free to look around anyway. So, are you looking for a good database?
Actually, I am at work.
Next week?
Anyway, like you could smoke. I remember going to arcades in the late 80s, early 90s. It is just the late 80s. And like they actually had smoking inside the arcade. So that was my first, foray away from my parents, being just left in the arcade while they went to go do regular shopping or whatever at the mall. They just leave me at this arcade once in a while, and it was pretty cool. It's like behind another store. It was like dark and smoky and nothing like an arcade now. I went to an arcade not that long ago, and as a middle-aged guy, that was really awful. So there's a bunch of...
bomb from master storyteller Maury Bryanarty. Boom! Is a post-Holocaust adventure set in post-Holocaust America after the Holocaust. Neutron bombs have eradicated all life, leaving only you to wander through the wreckage. No other characters, no conflict, no puzzles, no chance of dying, and no interface make this the easiest to finish game yet. Just boot it up and watch it explode.
I believe that's from...
Find anything you like,
Yeah, no. So that's... Oh, this is one of these. So, I think that's from LucasArts' Loom. Sim.
Here at last, with a combination of SAI, simulated artificial intelligence, and VRAI, virtually real artificial intelligence, we at
Maxis
Software have created a simulated simulator experience that's unlike anything you've ever simulated playing before. With SimSim, you can create a simulated environment in which you can create any simulated environment you want.
Obviously, they're oh, well, you can only do one at a time? That's annoying.
It's the newest in the wacky Jaime Lipschitz series. Jaime, son of a wealthy New York furrier, has gone wild with Dad's frequent flyer vouchers again. Can you track Jaime down and bring him home to meet the girl Mom's picked out for him? Hold on to your yarmulke. Yes, Jaime Lipschitz strikes again. 640K, Ronald MT32, and 3.5 circumcision required.
Ooh. It's, eesh. I don't know how well that joke would fight. It's a take on Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which actually had a TV show, I think, too.
Following closely on the heels of his hit tic-tac-toe construction set, Phil Fudge does it again. Using a simple point-and-click interface, you construct the checkerboard of your dreams. Fill in an 8x8 grid with squares of your choice, red or black, in any arrangement, as long as it's alternating. Don't like it? Erase it and start all over again. Requires MCGA, CGA, VGA, PGA, or Ta-ra-ra-boom-GA.
Just some of the games. This one's the
latest
best.
in the award-winning King's Quest series. From the still active mind of aging Roberta Williams III, latest in the award-winning Roberta Williams series. What happens when Old Man Graham and his family are kicked out of Daventry Condo Association? You'll meet the fabulous Bernoulli brothers, Professor C.D. Romberg, and of course Rumpelstiltskin, over 12 gigabytes in length.
It is kind of funny that 12 gigabytes was the, like, absurd size on, you know, obviously on 3.5-inch discs. That would take an insane amount of them, but like, think of a game now. What's the newest GTA supposed to be, like, over a terabyte? Like, it's not even, like, I'm trying to think what my biggest game actually is. I think it's probably Assetto Corsa with all the mods and stuff, but I mean, it's 12 gigs is small.
From the folks who brought you Astro Chicken. When it comes to stimulating chickens, Chuck Egger is the expert, and now you can learn from him. Design the chicken of your choice. Over 40 options, including lips, no lips, and laying frequency. And take your creation for a wild ride over real barnyard scenery, based on an authentic flight model of a chicken. You're in for a peck of fun now.
Chuck Yeager's Flight Simulator, yeah. These are all just games from my...
It's coming, and this time it's hungry. It Came for Dessert is a thrilling action-adventure in which a mob of pushy, overweight relatives invade your kitchen. Armed with only a Jell-O mold and a pastry bag, you must repel the invaders, always keeping an eye on your blood sugar level. It's the merriest mix-up since Enemaware's fabulous Defender of the Crown Rib Roast.
I don't know the game that this one was based off of. I know there's some old 50s movies that had that kind of vibe to them. Okay, we need to get the one we need the one we actually came here for. It's just this one.
The two guys from Andromeda's latest sci-fi comedy, Space Quest 4, will give you hours of frustration unless you have this hint book. Want to know how to get the dog into the hanging basket? Want to find out how to attach the melon? Buy this hint book and it all becomes obvious. You'll hit your head and say, boy, how stupid could I have been? A moron could have figured this out. I must be a real dimwit, a pathetic nimno, a wretched, idiotic excuse for a human being not to have figured out these simple puzzles in the first place. Try it and see.
I see you've made a selection from our box of slop, bargain bin.
Better pay the man.
Thank you.
Alright, so now we got our hint book and our...
An SQ4 hint book.
Talk about meta. Like, the hint book for the game is in the game. Like,
yes, it's a Reveal-O-Matic electric hint revealer.
I never bought one of the hint books, but I'm pretty sure that they came with a way that each hint wasn't fully revealed. It didn't just give you straight up answers.
An S. Keep your.
No, not that. This.
It would serve. You can't use.
How do we actually look at the book? There we go. Actually, let's go someplace where there's not I don't know if you guys care about the music in the background, but I guess there's music on every screen. Alright, well, we'll quick do the hint book thing here. I'm in a long tunnel of light, visible at the far end. What should I do? Near-death experience. Go for it. Have you ever seen Poltergeist? Oh, that's a bit of an infamous movie there. Go to the light, Carol Ann. Carol Ann. It's a... Oh, I can't remember the show. The wound where the tentacled venomite ripped my larynx out keeps getting infected. Have you been picking at it again? Have you found the iodine dispenser? Oh, have you found the bottle of peroxide? These are really old ways to treat wounds. Have you found the salt shaker? Oh, there you go. It's like something my grandma would have done. I can't seem to find the one-armed man anywhere. It's a fugitive reference. It's a good movie. Ask Bob. There is no one-armed man. It's Dr. Kimball is the doctor in that. Okay. Oh, wait. I can't hear what the two guys at the bar are saying. Have you tried typing listening to men? Oh, that's right, this is a partialist game. Click the ear icon on the men. That's right, there is no ear icon. Click the eye icon on the men. That didn't help either, did you think it would? They make it funny if we're actually reading the hint book. Strawberry's disguise fire engine is to... It's one of those associative ones from Blueberry, India. Good dental hygiene. Putting the keycard into the slot in the Dracometer and turning on the viewfinder. I'm in the stupid time pod. Where else can I go? Where do you think? Someplace the sun doesn't shine. Julian's Flats. If you had the coordinates. And then, this is the one we're looking for.
Oh, great. Only half the answer showed. It must be a defective hint module.
So I try to go splice the vidlink cable. Oh my god. He's rating himself with deadly plutonium. Seal yourself in a 50 by 50 foot block of concrete. Now, this is how we deal with radiation. Bury yourself in a deep and unpopulated, undeveloped area. Avoid salt lines. Do not talk to anybody for the next 50,000 years. There's a large slimy creature blocking the door to the custodian's room in the Magnethian building. That's not even a question. That's correct. Okay, how do I get past the large slimy creature blocking the door to the custodian's room in the Magnethian building? What do you think he's waiting for? He's undoubtedly waiting for a custodian. If he wants a custodian, he probably needs some of that awful pine-scented sawdust. Give pine-scented sawdust to creature. And the quick-dry stuff. I've got a book on running a suborbital... Is this supposed to be survey? It's an easy one. Read it. Make note of it. Okay. I see a strange room inside the supercomputer. Scary eyeball keeps staring. Scary eyeball-looking things stare at me. Biomechanical bones liven up the area. How do I get the door to open? This is, I think, the other part that we need to know. Use the Ovaltine, Roger. It's from a Christmas Story. Jaws of Life would be most helpful.
It would serve.
Oops. Since neither of these items are in the game, try 54321. Since that one didn't work, try this one. And that's the actual code you need to get to the supercomputer. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. We'll call your family in the hospital right away, Mrs. Fletcher, from the Life Alert thing. I've just started the game and I've got an ampule of Mega Hall 256 and the wad of chewing tobacco and an open can of classic DNA. Now what? What now? What more do you want? Have you tried inhaling the Mega Hall? Have you tried chewing the wad of tobacco? Have you tried sipping some classic DNA? Oh, it's a classic Coke joke. Oh, man. I'm not even going to read all that. I install the game as per the instruction. The game freezes up. What am I doing wrong? Your computer is too cold. Make sure to set the thermostat above 32 degrees because it's freezing. And they're using Fahrenheit. But it's a classic dad joke. All right. Is there an available fix for this? I walk through the first room and I get the message. Whoops. You tried something we didn't think of. Whoops. You've asked something we didn't think of. Nice. My computer has a 5.25-inch drive and this game comes in 3.5 only. Can I get a bigger disc? And that's something that actually did happen. So far, there are no good methods. Don't fall for ads depicting the miracle methods such as pumps, hormone pills, or injections. The best bet is to tell yourself that it's not the size that counts. Oh, did you say disc? Oh, that's a...
It would serve.
Oh, we're at the end. That's a good one. Let's... Oh, wrong way. Let's go on to go impersonate a blonde woman. So probably Roger's most scummy moment here is he's going to steal from his future ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
This is Socks, a high-class, high-priced dress shop.
I mean, it reminds me of like all those stores that used to be in the mall that sold women's clothes. I think Debs is the one I'm thinking of, but can you tell it was kind of the 80s?
Hey, not bad for a robotic mannequin.
Nice, Raj.
Would stripes look good on me, you wonder? Those boots are attractive. You like the shoes, but the stripes might make you look overweight.
But isn't Roger really skinny?
Fringe. Would that be too daring? It's a nice outfit, but you're not sure you have the midriff for it. All the best dressed bipedal female fashion slaves shop here at Socks. The dazzling decor is just eye-numbing enough to make the price tags hard to read. Wow, you think to yourself, this place is fancier than Fredericks of Uranus.
All right, Raj, go spin your tail here.
I'm Maybot, fashion consultant to the Cosmos. What can we, do with you today?
Well, this is kind of hard to explain.
Oh, let me.
Hard to explain. You're trying to commit credit card fraud. You're gonna not credit card fraud. Just regular fraud.
Fashion. Are we right or are we right?
We're right.
Okay. What size does she take?
Oh, 38.
Oh, I don't think we're right about that.
Also, Spreader isn't that skinny. I mean, he's
but
thinner than I am, but
built about like me.
well, actually, I don't know what size pants I wear.
Likely story. Good thing for you, I can keep a secret, sweetie. I'm sure this will suit that special someone's needs. It's all the rage. I suppose you'll want to try it on now. Here, use this dressing room. And honey, if your special someone needs a wig, this one should look pretty good on you. Very lovely, honey. It's made for you. Would you like us to wrap it up? Or would that special someone prefer you to wear it home?
I think I'll wear it home.
Just what we thought. That will be 60 buckazoids, sicko. Appreciate it, hun.
Roger even walks like he's...
Thanks for shopping at Saks.
Like he's changed his whole walk when he's changed into a dress. Alright, so... Well, maybe if I was in high heels too, I'd be walking a bit weird. I don't even know if I could. Might be beyond my abilities.
It's very pleasant looking.
A clothes
It's
store.
the Software Excess Store. If it's soft, we're aware.
Oh, wow. Alright, so time to commit some fraud. So this future facial recognition is convinced with a wig and a dress. My phone won't open up unless I like have the exact same facial expression, apparently. 2001 buckazoids. You only have one option, just...
Keep your hand...
Alright, we have committed fraud. And theft, and depending on, you know, what jurisdiction is 2,000 buckazoids a felony level, or... When I worked in retail, sometimes we would we'd have repeat shoplifting offenders, and we'd just keep an eye on them until they stole enough stuff so we could actually make it worthwhile for prosecuting. You'd be amazed at some of the stuff people would steal.
You think to yourself that even in drag you still have incredible animal magnetism, or is that just a lack of deodorant?
Alright, so we've successfully stolen from our future ex-girlfriend.
Thanks for shopping at Saks.
Alright, now we need to go... Oh no. Alright, we'll have to go around the block then. So that must be that awful sound, must be the escalators? So we go in here later once we figure out what the plug is. I haven't even dealt with the Pocket Pel PC yet. So now we have to go to the arcade and trigger probably the buggiest part of this whole game. But I think Scum VM fixes it, so we should be good. I haven't actually played through the entire game in Scum VM, so... I haven't played this game in quite a few years, but... So how much money do we have? Oh, we got lots of money. So So we're gonna quick play a round of Mrs. Astro Chicken. I don't know how this game actually works. So I go up. Oh, so it's keys. Oh, we got eggs. That's right. Oh. I don't know how to shoot my eggs. Oh, it's enter. Wow, we're really bad at this. Oh. I don't even know if they're even charging us buckazoids for this. Oh, is that Crispin? Yeah. So flying weasels we can't hit with the eggs. Kind of reminds me of that dinosaur game. You know, if you lose your internet connection. Which for years I never knew was an actual mini game. I just thought it was weird that there's a little picture of a dinosaur. Here I complained about the arcade sequence, and I'm playing this one voluntarily. There's Crispin again. Oh. Ooh. I like how Crispin's an enemy in this game. At least I'm assuming he is. Oof. Although he was quite irritating. He's one of the few, companions you have throughout the entire game, you know? Oop, missed him. I almost got shot, too. So Mrs. Astro Chicken, kind of like Mrs. Pac-Man. I wonder what happens when you get to the end. I've never actually played this to the end. Mainly because it was optional, and I've never been a completionist. At least not in games like this. Tricky. Another cat's messing with me. Oh, no, 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 no. There's a couple more here. We're not getting a lot of points for... Oh. Oh, really? Ah. Ah.
As you look around the arcade, you see that some of your old favorites are still working. Monaco Princess Stunt Drivin', Choke and Croak, Ghetto Blaster, and Dweeb Hunter. The air is filled with smoke, sweat, and ozone, reminding you of your favorite cologne, Night in Programming.
So, wow, they riffed on a couple of different games there. Stunt Driving, that's stunts or 4D driving. What was the other one?
As you look around the arcade, you
Deer
see
Hunter.
Some of your old favorites are still working. Monaco Princess Stunt
Choke and Croak.
Choke and Croak, Ghetto Blaster, and Dweeb Hunter. The air is filled with smoke, sweat, and ozone.
Yeah, that's back in the time when you could smoking arcades. It's like I was talking about earlier.
The change machine looks like a time machine more than a time machine looks like a time machine. For a change.
Nice.
Watching this fine youngster brings back fond memories of your youth. Little did you know that all those hours of playing blazin' paddles were in preparation for being a space guy hero type. Watching this fine young... Watching this fine...
Oh.
Watching this fine young...
Oh, they all have the same. Alright, so... Let's do the deed here. So there's a way to get over here and interact with that arcade game to avoid this whole part with the sequel police. I've never figured it out though. So now we've got to go do the thing. It's kind of funny that all the stores close right at this exact moment, so you can't go in them. Oh no. Come on, Roger, move a little bit faster. Why do you stop walking? Okay. Here we go. Now here comes this part. It used to have a huge timer bug in it. Go, Roger, go! I don't remember where the trigger points are here. There they are. So yeah, if you go back to the entrance, I think there's sequel police at the entrance, so magically all those stores are closed. Yeah, I guess there's a very specific everything but the arcade. The arcade's just like, we don't care if there's cops getting into a shootout. We still need our quarters. So now we'll need to remember this. So we'll save this as... That way we have this code. We'll need that for later. Well, I could just take a picture with my phone. I have the technology. Alright. So now I need to go to... Here, we'll get the one... Easter egg out of the way here.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally...
And we are... Yep. On Ortega. Space Quest 3, The Pirates of
This
Pestilon.
view provides a flashback to a recent adventure. It looks real hot out there. Hot enough for thermo weave underwear.
Which we do not have because for some reason Roger, when he gets to scum sauce, just throws everything out when he changes into the janitors, which I was just like, he throws all of his money out too. All of his buckazoids, the invisibility belt, all of it. The thermal weave underwear. He's just like, I'll never need this stuff again. The money is just like, and then in this game we need the money again. Depends on how much money you end up with out of from selling the gem, but so now we need. So you got the. So we need to look up. So. We need that part.
It would serve.
So can I do this with just... Okay, so... Then we need the last bit, which is... So this one, and then this one.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally...
Oh, I must put the wrong code in.
That must not have been a valid code.
Oh, now I can't access. Was it this one, this one, and this one?
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, nothing much happens. That must not have been a valid code. Try again. You can't.
All right, so we're gonna try this again. So I think it's. All right.
The powerful
there it
quad
goes.
quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations
Helps when you
of
push the right
time-rip
buttons.
transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally,
So that code is always the same, so... Come on. Alright. See what he says about
race
this.
through your mind. You know you've seen this place in your distant past. The low-resolution features look exactly like a place you once visited called Eulent's Flats. That's your head, Roger. Now use it for something.
Nice. All right, Roger. Let's go wander. Oh.
You can't do that. You can't. Don't. It's a Walmart force field generation unit.
Nice. I like how they changed the text box, too. It looks like the original text boxes. The little red border and everything. Still droids BS. I'm sure you've heard of the old... Can we go down from here? There we go.
You don't know what it says, but you're sure it's not flattering.
I thought it said Xenon Bytes in the original.
As you check out the Sen bikes, you wonder what kind of cheeseball would own one. The sign suggests that this place might be a bar. It looks like it came from the planet of the Warts. The ship must be the Plantar's deluxe model with authentic mosaic upholstery. This long-legged beauty stands silently, waiting for its jet-faced owner to return.
So many good lines. It's just ridiculous.
You've obviously found the location of Tiny's used spaceships. Lucky you.
It's honest, Tinies.
This must be the Yugo of spaceships. You wonder why anyone would bother to lock it.
He said Yugo in the thing, but it said Volkswagen. Yugo was that joke. It was a communist car from back in the day. Oh, but we also have the...
At the bottom of this excavation is a small craft almost totally buried in dirt. You remember barely making it back out when the engine died.
In my playthrough, I did do that. You get a discount on the other ones, but you don't have to buy the little spinning one here. This one kills you, but then again, it's kind of the... That's kind of how they portrayed the Yugo. Oh, the Volkswagens were pretty popular at this point.
The smell of Coronian ale stinks up the place. The aroma leads you to remember vividly your previous visit here. You break out in a cold sweat. You see two guys singing. You see the bar's floor. Some rather drab-looking individuals are hogging the bar. This guy's the ugliest of all.
Well, Roger's way taller now. So...
You see a book of matches on the bar countertop. You see a man behind the bar serving drinks.
So we're here to get the matchbook.
Your attempt to get the matches failed.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Mr. Look at Me, I'm in VGA. What's the matter? Monochrome not good enough for you? What's this? 256 colors all for one little bitmapped wimp? What a waste of VGA. Hey, fellas, I bet I can toss them all the way out from the bottom of the stairs. Bitch and ale.
Little resolution racist there, huh? Alright. Yeah, this is the first one in VGA graphics, so... I don't know if Space Quest came in monochrome. I know it came in CGA, though, which is... Ugh. Alright, so let's do the deed here.
Boy, that was close. Hey, how come their bikes can go through the force field?
You hear a high-pitched whine from the east.
Alright, timing game. Okay.
Boy, that was close.
I figured I'd have to do that a couple of times. Now we get the book of matches.
You pick up the book of matches.
The gambling machine is gone, though. One of the best visual gags in the entire game here.
Hey, aren't you the guy who broke my slot machine? You owe me some money.
Well, I gotta run. My hog pod's double parked. Hey, it's been swell talking to you.
The fact that they gave him a portrait is just that is peak right there.
You hear a high-pitched whine from the east.
Gotta do it a second time apparently.
Boy, that was close.
All right. All right, now we need to go back to... Where do we have to go next? Oh, we have to go back to Space Quest 12. Yeah, I think it's Space Quest 12. So I actually have to remember what the... So now we just go back to here. That's why you save them at those points, so you don't forget that information. So they're really quite fond of these kinds of puzzles. So they did it in with the decoder ring in the previous game as well. Only this one doesn't seem to have much for, I mean, some of them resemble letters, but...
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally...
Alright, back to the sequel police headquarters. Alright. Alright, come on. Get over here, Raj. So, I think you can actually go back down to the surface just by hopping up inside this thing again. In case you forgot something, which the main thing you forget is the slime.
Your innate sense of curiosity makes you wish you knew the way to open this thing. Your innate sense...
So if you
None of the codes you punch in seem to have any effect on the door.
you know, it'd be really brutal if they actually gave you like a keypad Even though this is the solution, you melt it with the acid. Kind of like in Breaking Bad.
Well, there's
Spoiler.
not much left of the lock now.
It's kind of funny when you wreck a lock in all these things of fiction, the lock just becomes unuseful, or, it just doesn't work.
A book of matches. It's very pleasant looking. Nothing happened. You slide the conveniently pre-moistened stogie between your lips, apply a lit match, and proceed to nearly hack up a lung. You cast the old stogie to the ground.
So we need to go like 160. Really? 20? Huh. I think it's by degrees, maybe? Like 30 degrees. So this one should be, it's up like this. It's a little bit beyond 90, so we want like, say 110 degrees. There we go. Exit. Alright, save. Now what we need to do is, we need to do this part. Pull the, no, not that.
You extract the portable power pellet from the back of the bunny's polyplastoid torso.
So there's a thing about the bunny and the battery. It depends on, I guess they asked for permission, but in the wrong jurisdiction, because in Europe or in the, like, Duracell uses the bunny, but in the US Energizer uses it, and they asked the wrong company, and the wrong company was like, yeah, sure, go ahead and use the bunny. And yeah, because they're like, it's not even our company, so it is kind of a weird story. I'm sure Space Quest historian talked about it.
Cylinder into the laptop.
So
Your Pocket Pal now has power. Now all you need is a place to use it.
So we need an adapter plug to plug it into the computers up here. So, which means we have to go back to the mall. So we just have to go up here and look at this guy. This is completely optional. You can get through this without. So, okay.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you.
So there's some H.R. Geiger stuff going on there with the supercomputer. It's very alien-esque. Or aliens. Much less Aliens 3. Even less Alien Resurrection. So now I have to get back to the mall. Which is... let's see... I think it's supposed to be this one. This one. This is really enthralling, but... there we go.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally,
We're listening to every single time he says that because the narrator is just so good. I cannot stress enough how much he makes this game. Like, if they had put him in Space Quest 5, it'd probably be one of my favorite games, bar none, so. The little song that's playing in the background, what we consider the Astro Chicken song, is actually the Space Quest Historian talked about it. It's actually a really old-timey, like, folk song or something like that. I don't know if the sequel police are going to be at the front doors or not. I don't remember. So we're just going to play it safe and not go to the mall entrance. Then you have to go to Hurt So Good, which is kind of a parody of Radio Shack. Radio. You know, hertz is the sound frequency. Alright, so catalog. We're not going to go through the whole thing.
Swiss Army Micro Entertainment Center.
There's some jokes in here, but they're not as good.
Pocket Pal Portable Terminal. Say, is that a complete workstation in your pocket, or
So
are
that's the laptop. And then we
Pocket
need
Pal
this.
connector? If you're a proud owner of our ever popular Pocket Pal.
It'd probably be a jab against Apple now with their, well, they used to have their proprietary plugs. So it is this one. So now we plug this into there.
attach the plug to the Pocket Pal.
So the Pocket Pal was 3,000 buckazoids, 3,100. But the connector is 2,000. It's like, it's a social commentary right there.
This guy, or is it a gal, doesn't look like anybody or anything you've ever seen before.
Alright, now I need to get back to Space Quest 12. So... And the 3 lines one. Where's the 3 lines one? Here it is.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally...
All right, now we can get to the end. I think not with all the points, but we get to go see the Giger-inspired part of this with all its biomechanicalness, which I think Aliens would have come out by the time this was out, but not Alien 3. See, now if you hook this guy up to that, we should have...
Don't you can't do that. You can't do. You hear an electronic.
Oh yeah, well, we'll just try to... I can't figure out the stupid thing, but... Like, it's a completely optional part of the game. You can do it just for points. There's a way to get through here without... without using the pocket pal at all.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you.
So over here, so that one's chasing us now. The one that was originally off to our left. I gotta remember how to get down to this one. I don't remember. I'll probably fumble around with this. I don't know, maybe we'll speed it up. Or we could actually just turn up the actual speed.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from ahead of you.
Uh-oh.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left.
Oh, geez. Oh my god.
Now you knew he was coming, didn't you?
Maybe go up. There's a way to get through this. Like there's pathing. I just don't remember how. Not there. Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember though how you get through this. I'm just kind of winging it. So I've done a minimum points run where you try to avoid, like, kind of doing it the lazy way, and you don't get the pocket pal for this part. You don't have to work at not McDonald's. What's the name of the place? You don't have to work at Monolith Burger. All you need is, the only item you need is the acid to get through the door, and that's it. So you need to pick up the jar, get the acid, then you just have to make sure you get all your triggers. Oh man, there's 2 of them up there. So once you do that, and the trigger point, I think, is buying the pants. Oh, geez. Okay, I don't think he can shoot us. I think they have to be on the same level. They're coming for us, though. So there you go. There's your eyeball. All right. Then So we need the hint book again. Oh, come on, phone. I just want to take a picture of it so I don't have to keep... There it is.
Keep your hands.
So, yep. So 6, 9, 6, 5, 8, 4, 7, 6, 6. Let's get some flavor
It's very
text.
pleasant looking.
Nice.
The chamber's interior is filled with hoses, tubes, and wires, and one computer terminal. It's very pleasant looking. You can't do... The chamber's interior... Don't...
Did we walk in? Okay. Larry didn't do anything for the memory.
Andromedan symbol for life.
Nice.
This is your brain. Had this been a real brain, you would have known how to use it.
So, Leisure Suit Larry, 0 kilobytes. Get rid of King's Quest. Nice. So let's get rid of the droids. So that's another part you don't have to do in the minimum points run. You can just keep dodging the little security droids. So, fine. Yep. Oh, wrong game. Nice.
Idiot!
Oh my god. No. Maybe we'll leave that in as a blooper. Restore. Now we gotta get rid of the brain. Which that brain is the Volhall virus. Now we're on a timer. And that really looks like it just kind of gives me a bit of anxiety just because it looks like it's really moving, but I mean, you can't just dawdle around and walk around and look at stuff. I suppose we could, though.
This maze of cables, ducts, pipes, and glowing panels gives the superbrain computer a sense of being alive.
Very much like Space Quest 2 with the platforms kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But they do have guardrails, so apparently OSHA's been through here. Which having dealt with OSHA before, I was in charge of safety for a while where I work, and it was real joyous to have OSHA show up more than once while I was in charge of safety. It was not fun, Oh my god, now I've got 2 cats pestering me. Okay. Got one sitting on the back of the chair, running into my headset, and the other one's trying to climb on my lap.
Hello again, Roger. It's me, your old friend, Sludge Volhall. I've taken the liberty of borrowing your son's body. I had to remove him first to make room for my mental self. His is on this disc. Say, it's most enjoyable to be in a young, healthy body, even if it's from your bloodline. In fact, I like it so much, I think I'll keep it. I guess we'll have no use for this anymore. Now it's time to settle things, once and for all. You'd better be careful, though. Keep this in mind. If I die while in this body, that disc will be useless. Your son will never draw another breath. And if you don't defend yourself, you will never live to buff another helmet. Come on, show me what you've got, mop jockey.
You were nearly thrown off the edge of the platform. Be more careful.
This isn't really an actual puzzle or whatever. Oh, but I am going to lose. What? Back, Clash of the Titans here.
Is that the best effort you can muster? All this space hero nonsense must be getting to you. You're getting...
Oops, didn't mean to click through that. I like how the timer's part of the background. There we go.
Follow me. There are many things we need to talk about.
Is it true? I'm so...
You must be very confused.
Were Volhall's words true? Are you really my son? You do look a little like me, though not as good looking.
What do you mean, not as good looking? I'm 10 times... Wait. What am I saying? This is no way to start. Yes, what Volhall said is true. I have many things to tell you, Dad. I should start at the beginning. I was born 19 years ago on Xenon. It's always been my home. The Xenon of today, at least up until recently, had made great strides in managing our planet's resources. That included water, minerals, even the talent of our population.
That's my dog sneezing, if you heard it.
Peace for so many years, we took it for granted. The creation of the first super biomech computer was the biggest success story in our history. When the Vohal virus was introduced and began to control the computer, a state of total chaos was created. We were unprepared for what followed as Vohal turned our technology against us. The population was quickly decimated. Some of us stayed and tried to fight, some were captured, and some fled the planet. When it seemed there was no hope, we thought of one last long-shot effort. That was to find the only person in history ever to defeat Vohal. We had to go back in time to find that person, you. We got there just in time.
You had to go back in time to get me? Why
Some
wasn't I available
implication
this
there
time?
for poor Raj.
What happened to me? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. There are some things I wish I could tell you, but can't. I know that's not what you want to
'cause
hear.
you're dead, Roger.
Believe me, I just can't.
Hey, if you're my son, who's your mother? My wife? Where is she? Who is
It
she?
assumes you actually have to marry her to procreate with her,
a lot of
Raj.
questions for a janitor.
Nice.
This is my mother and your wife. Her name was Beatrice Wankmeister. She was quite beautiful, wasn't she?
What do you mean, was quite beautiful? What are you saying?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Please, I can't tell you anymore.
I don't believe all this. I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter now. I have to send you back where I found you so that history will properly reflect the events which brought us to this place in time. You won't remember much. This will seem like it was a weird, fuzzy dream. I must get back to the task of contacting all the surviving citizens of our planet. We have a huge task ahead of us. Rebuilding our city and our lives will not be easy, but we will do it. Once more, I have to ask you to enter the time rip. It will return you to Magmetheus in the Space Quest 4 era. Please, go now. It's time. Dad? I'm glad I got to see you, even if only for a few minutes. Xenon owes you a lot. Goodbye, Dad.
So many unanswered questions. The future should prove most interesting for Roger, if he can stay out of trouble long enough to reach it. We're glad you could help Roger get through it all. Thank you for playing Space Quest 4.
Well, there we go. Got to the end. Definitely it's really a toss-up between this one and Space Quest 5 as to what my favorite, actually, adventure game is, because they are top tier. This one's fairly straightforward. You know, it's fairly linear. Very much a Terminator or kind of Blade Runner-y kind of. Space Quest 5 is definitely Star Trek. It's 100% just Star Trek, which is great. I love Star Trek. So, and I like being able to have your own ship. Cat is now meowing because he wants to jump on the counter. He's very smooth about that. Anyway, probably the best game in the series. So you actually meet. Here's all the voice actors that they use, which a lot of them are just Sierra employees, but for whatever reason the actual capturing went better than, say, in like Quest for Glory 4, which there was a lot of they really needed a pop filter. See, like Jane Jensen was Maybot, like she wrote, was it Gabriel Knight and a good chunk of, was it King's Quest 6? Yeah. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. If you're still watching at this point, go ahead and watch the other videos if you want. Subscribe if you want, or don't. It's up to you. I do this for fun, not for anything else. So I just love sharing this kind of experience, I guess. So if you have any suggestions for anything else to play, go ahead and drop them down below. Any sort of engagement is nice. Otherwise, we'll see you on the Chrono stream.
Thousands of volts pass through your cranium, turning your brain into a quivering mass of short-circuited neurons, which effectively terminates all interpretation of sensory impulses. You musculate your spasms for the last time as the force field shock causes you to give up the ghost.
Truth and justice come and shape you. 16 colors paint the stars so bright. VGA dreamscape in the endless night. Sierra's universe where heroes never rest. Join the quest and hope for the best.
I would think that something identifiable as unstable ordnance would be low on your list of fun and healthy things to carry. We hope you'll get yourself together and rejoin us. Isn't this a blast? Now this is a pain that'll linger. All the Bengay in Florida won't relieve this stiffness. As the green slime dissolves the flesh from your bones, you think, hey, this stuff consumes 47 times its weight in acid. This is Roger. This is Roger on Ortega. Any questions? Nice reflexes. Life is pounded loose from your body by the impact of the sand bike.
We'll comply with every twist and turn. In this quest, there's so much to learn. 16 colors paint the stars so bright. VGA dreamscape in the endless night. Sierra's universe where heroes never rest. Join the quest and hope for the best.
Well, that's just great. Now Vohal's on the loose again, disguised as your son. You lose 3 out of 2.